Guys, welcome to another edition of Market Marauders, beating the market one trade at a time. For you to Market Marauders, investment channel helps you find best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure that thumbs up. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm promote the videos. Alright, so I'm giving you some earnings from today. Just going to be doing an earnings recap. Hope everybody's having a great week of trading. It's going to be a pretty eventful week this week, so hope everybody's able to lock in some profits. First things first, I do have a new channel. It's called the Market Marauder Show. So make sure you go at it for all your penny stocks and options that you want to get 411 on. I've been migrating some of that stuff over to that channel. All right, so let's jump into it. First one is ticker sign BOH for Bank of Hawaii. They had their earnings today. They were at $84.24, then fell down after their earnings to the 79.15 level, but overall still bearish on them. And this is from the perspective of Webull. So if you like to sign up for Webull, get 4 free stocks when you deposit $100 or more. I have a link down below in the description for that. So on here we can see that they are still bearish. Moving average 10 below 50 and 100, which is purple and yellow line, as well as the VWAP being below. The VWAP is above moving average 10, so hopefully that means it'll rally up some more, and this is just an oversold metric. So I'm going to be going over some of the actual earnings for today. So let's jump into that. So this is their earnings that came out. Just going to read some of it. So today they report the earnings per share of $3.86 for full year 2020 compared to with diluted earnings per share of $5.56 in 2019. Net income for the year was $153.8 million compared to the $225 million in the previous year. The return of average assets for the full year 2020 was 0.79% compared to 1.29% in 2019. So, Bank of Hawaii was definitely hit by the pandemic. My personal opinion, and I think they're going to have to recover from that. But I think they can recover. It seems like we're on a path forward with all these vaccines being rolled out, as well as Biden coming up with this strategic plan moving forward. So I think there's hope on the horizon for them to bounce back, in my opinion, but it may take some time. Next, we have ticker sign CBU for Community Bank. They touched $70.62, then fell down today to $66.65. Overall, still bearish on this one. Moving average 10 below 50 and 100. And VWAP is slightly above moving average 10, so it may be a little bit of movement for tomorrow, but not really expecting too much. They ended the day at $67.94. Let's jump into their earnings. So their earnings on here, we can see GAAP EPS of 0.86 per share in fourth quarter 2020 compared to 0.82 in 2019. $3.08 per share for full year 2020, down 15 cents a share for the full year 2019. Operating EPS we see is 0.85 in the fourth quarter 2020, up 0.2 cents. Let's go to the top section on here. We can see that the net income of 2020 was $46.5 million, or 0.86 per fully diluted share, which compares to a net income of 42.9 or 0.82 per share for the full year 2019. So they actually made more money this year than last year, year over year, for the same time period. So overall, the banking sector, in my opinion, is just kind of up and down at the moment, but there are some, hits and misses there. But I think overall the banking system will need to, bounce back from the pandemic with, all the different things that happen because of the pandemic. So next we have ticker sign KMB for Kimberly Clark. So they went up to 140.98, which they were at the 25th. So that's where they started off today. They shot up to that level. Overall, still bullish though. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. And they ended the day at 136.51. And then after hours went up 48 more cents to end at 136.99. So they will have to test this 140.98 level again because that is their week high. but I think they can potentially do it. Overall, they are still bullish though. Going to be looking for this VWAP to go back above moving average 10, and then going to be looking to test this 140.98 metric. But overall, still really positive for them, and they are bullish. So going into their earnings, so this came out today. Fourth quarter 2020 net sales of $4.8 billion, which is an increase of 6% compared to a year ago, including organic sales growth of 5%. Full year 2020 net sales of $19.1 billion, which is an increase of 4%, with organic sales up 6%. So overall, they were definitely able to take advantage and prosper during this pandemic time. And that's just because of the different products that they make. So diluted net income per share in the fourth quarter was $1.58 in 2020 and $1.59 in 2019. Full year diluted net income per share was $6.87 in 2020 and $6.24 in 2019. Fourth quarter adjusted earnings per share were $1.69 in 2020 compared to $1.71 in 2019. So overall, they did increase their revenue or their net sales. So that's always a good metric, but going to be looking to see if they can increase their other metrics as time goes on. Still going to be keeping an eye out on them, but maybe some more sideways momentum or sideways movement from them in the coming weeks. And last on here, we have ticker sign PHG for Phillips. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. And they are on a bullish trajectory upward. So their earnings came out today as well, so it seems like it's positive movement after that. Their week high is $57.04. They ended the day at $57.01, so only 3 cents away from their week high. And they will definitely have to test that, but I don't think it's going to take that much to test that. Overall, VWAP is below moving average 10, so maybe some sideways momentum, but it's very close. So I think it can potentially go back up and test this 57.04 level, where it could potentially have another breakout. So after their earnings came out, we can see on here, theirs is separated by segment. So their diagnosis and treatment center section was 1% comparable growth, but nominal growth was down 5%. For their connected care, nominal growth was 17%, and comparable growth was 24%. For personal health, nominal growth was negative 1%, and comparable growth was 5%. So overall, not too bad for them. Sales by geographic area, because this is a large company. So Western Europe, nominal growth was 13%, comparable growth was 14%. In North America, nominal growth was negative 6%, and comparable growth was 1%. And then other geographies, 6% nominal growth, 9% comparable growth. And then growth geographies, negative 2% and 7%. In their green sector, they had a negative 1% for diagnosis and treatment. And then connected care was 34% nominal growth. And then personal health was 15% nominal growth. So those are the metrics on there. There's a lot of good information on this earnings. And I definitely advise everybody to go look up the earnings. On here, they have it separated by key data, so it's just all the good stuff you need. None of the real filler like a lot of the other companies do, so I kind of like when companies do that. But overall, those are the earnings for today. It is earnings week, so I'll be trying to get some more videos up about the different earnings that are coming out, because a lot of them are going to be moving, and you could potentially be able to take advantage of that. So definitely going to be doing a recap of some of the earnings that are coming out for this week. Hope everybody has a great week. Also, again, make sure you go check out my second page, The Market Marauder Show. We'll gladly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.